I just got to point out every single time that I watch that intro, I can't help but smile because it's amazing. Just like how far your artworks come. It's incredible. It just makes me smile.
You are
every
such
time.
a kiss ass.
I mean, there's really no kiss assing I can do. I'm the co-host of the show. It's not like I can work my way up.
I mean, fair enough, but
I'm just saying that there's nowhere else
I
I
know,
can
but
go.
it does feel like
I'm the
there's
only
some
other
brown
person
nosing
that's
going
on
on.
this show. Okay, all right. Can't you just take the compliment and move on, asshole? All right, fine. See how he is? God, he's such an ass. Anyway, welcome everybody to the All Bros podcast. I'm Jonathan,
Caleb,
and we're a couple of bros on a mission to give you guys the most detailed movie reviews out there with as little bias as possible. Welcome to the All Bros, even though I already said that, but oh well. This week, we got nothing for 4K Spotlight, which, honestly, I'm relieved. Because it sucks whenever, I'm getting the pictures for these. Blu-ray.com is literally the only place you can actually get high-def pictures, I feel, of these titles. I mean, you think that makes it easier, but for me, I feel it's like so much harder because there's so many hoops that you have to jump through just to get to it. But that's just me. So honestly, when there isn't anything for 4K Spotlight, not only is it a relief on my wallet, it's also a relief on my my eyes and my phone. That's all I gotta say. And you know what? Now that I'm saying that kind of sounded stupid, but whatever. Anyway,
hold up. Before we move on, DJ and I were talking about like the whole video thing. You need to move your mic somewhere where it's
okay. I don't know where else to. So the problem with that is I can't get it to where I can like put it up to where like it's like on a slant to where it looks to where it's not covering up my face. So I got to do some like jerry rigging.
Do you not have this stand anymore?
I do, but considering that I like move from like place to place, it seems with recording. Either I'm recording at my house, or sometimes I'll record at my sister's house. So I don't know. It probably would be better if I just start using that again instead of this thing.
You can you can easily just clamp it down.
That's true.
And then that way it's sitting horizontal and down, like so it's not like in your face.
Yeah, that's true. Well, nobody wants to see this face anyway, so honestly, I'm doing the world a favor.
Well, according to DJ, that is a damn lie.
Well, DJ, you're too kind, but I appreciate the compliment.
Yeah, you get one more week of being Two-Face. Or being like, what's his face? Okay. Slade from Teen Titans.
I had to think for a minute who that was, but now I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, so you get one more week.
Okay, all right, fine. Okay, next week I will actually have the same thing that Caleb has.
Yeah. Anyway, now we can move on. Now that I've addressed the elephant in the room.
Thank you. So, like I said, nothing for 4K Spotlight, but we do have a good chunk to talk about with Through the Wall. We got some Deadpool 3 news, we got a new trailer for a movie coming out in December, and then we also got some casting announcements for Superman Legacy. So that's going to be awesome to talk about. But then after that, we'll be jumping into our headliner of the evening, which will be our breakdown of Evil Dead Rise, Caleb's favorite movie of 2023 so far. Dude. I'm just going to say right now.
Have I got freaking stories on how the hell I attempted to watch this?
Seriously. I'm just going to I'm going to tease it a little bit here. I did not know this was Caleb's first Evil Dead movie. And I wish I would have known that, because I would have had him like start with the originals, even though I've never seen them, but I know that they're a lot less gory than these ones are. This one and the remake that came out in 2013. Yeah, that probably would have been a better place to start. But hey, now you know how gory these movies can be. They really push the R
You know what?
rating.
This didn't sell me on the franchise whatsoever. Well,
Damn.
more it's just like, wow,
I was
that was a
hoping
pretty
it
good
would.
horror movie. I am never watching any of the others.
Aw, come on. You don't want to see Bruce Campbell?
Dude, I'll watch the comedic ones, but that's why I thought this one was good. Oh my gosh, we're getting into it. So you need to cut me off
okay.
before.
Yeah, let's. Okay. Before we like just straight up jump into our headliner, let's what do you say we get started with all the other shit?
Let's do it.
Hello, my name is Brucker Nurse, and I want to tell you about my fun horror movie podcast called Autopsy of a Horror Movie. On my show, I like to have fun dissecting out what makes a horror movie scary, what worked for it, what didn't, what types of fears does it play off of. Is it an allegory for any sort of message? I don't know, but let's find out. Also, I like to watch slashers. I'm a big slasher guy, so I'll watch a slasher and do a kill grade for it. I will cover the kills and I will tell you how I would grade it based on shock, method, style points, and a fourth category that is a reflection of the movie. Besides those, I'll have fun with special topic episodes, commentary tracks, interviews with guests, including some Shudder directors, so I just like to have a fun time over here. If any of this sounds interesting to you or you just want to come check me out, please head over to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere they listen to podcasts and search for Autopsy of a Horror Movie. Also be sure to find me on Instagram at Brucker Horror, where you get fun updates and some cool little posts that I do. Thanks for listening, and I hope that you get to enjoy the show, and I'll see you on Instagram. Bye.
All right, so starting off with our first item with Through the Wall, we got some huge news with Deadpool 3. Well, actually, okay, we got. I feel this actually has two. I'm gonna put just like a little extra with this news, if that's okay, Caleb. For one thing, it was announced that Jennifer Garner is right. Jennifer Garner?
Yeah,
that's her name. Yeah, so she's coming back as Elektra for Deadpool 3. I feel that was everyone's reaction. Dude, when they announced that, I'm like, okay, so we're going to bring Ben Affleck back too?
Dude, we freaking better.
You know what? I wouldn't hate them for that. If anything, I'd be like, you know what? Kudos to you for giving us some, like, damn good fan service. Like, that's freaking awesome.
I wouldn't be upset about that in the slightest. I'll say this: Jennifer Garner on her own, but throw in some Daredevil, like I'm here for it.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. But getting to like the big news, Ryan Reynolds officially shared a picture of Wolverine's suit in Deadpool 3, and oh my God, we won. That's all I have to say. We won. The fans won. It finally happened. He is wearing the classic yellow and blue suit. It's so beautiful. And you know what? I know a lot of people are saying like, oh, but he just needs the mask now. If he doesn't have the mask in this, I don't care
either.
If this is what we get, yeah. If this is as good as it gets, I'll die happy right now because this is perfection.
Dude, you can't get better than this.
No, you cannot.
Like I've heard some people come up with the most bullshit complaints about this suit. Like, oh, he shouldn't have sleeves. Like original Wolverine doesn't have sleeves. Dude, are you kidding me? That looks dope as hell.
Yeah, it does. It really does. I have nothing.
I don't have anything wrong with this suit.
Perfection.
Dude, I even like the changes they made to Deadpool's suit.
Perfection. Dude, me too. I love that it's more vibrant red now.
They freaking...
Don't get me started on how the belt buckle is actually the Deadpool logo now.
Yeah.
That is just fantastic.
Dude, freaking amazing. I got other pictures from this too, just like so we get different angles. But I mean, the freaking
Yes.
belt buckle,
Hell
you
yeah.
get like the X-Men belt buckle. Like, this shit looks so good.
I just want to know Hugh Jackman's reaction when he first put on this
I
costume.
do too. That is going to be a big selling point for me. I want to know how he reacted and if
Yeah.
it was as positive as I think it was.
I hope it was, with him just being like, finally. Just finally.
Dude, they got the coloring right. They got the like, this is just straight out of the like, other than like, I even heard someone bitch and complain that he doesn't have like the freaking trunks. I'm like, you guys can go to hell.
Oh my god. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, but dude, this looks so good. He's got the freaking haircut.
So good.
He's got the look. Don't get me wrong, I would love to see the cowl. I would love to see it. If we don't, I could give a flying shit.
Yeah, same
Like,
here.
this looks just too freaking good. And did you see this?
Oh, right. Yeah, dude, the freaking destroyed 20th Century Fox logo. That is so I can't wait to see what this whole scene
This
implies.
they've been having a fight here.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what
so
it is?
like over in this area, I think there was like a rock wall, and they had either Ryan Reynolds or the stunt double. I'm assuming stunt double. I don't know how much of that stuff Ryan does, but they had someone here, and he was like pulled through the rock wall and like came crashing through the wall and everything. So, and then this movie's supposed to be messing with the multiverse. So like, yeah, so I mean, you can see Wolverine right there.
Awesome.
But there's talk, like, yeah, and then I mean, it's super.
That looks like
Does
Reynolds.
it though?
I don't know. Well, maybe
Yeah.
you're right.
Oh, actually, there's two Wolverines. There's that one over there, and then there's this one. Okay, so maybe that is
yeah,
Ryan
hey.
and Hugh. But yeah, like nope, that's for next. But yeah, our there's like a scene where they're fighting. Like Wolverine's holding Deadpool over his head, and then there's another one where he's like cracked over his knee and everything. Like, so it seems like they're gonna have like a fight, which is gonna be the shit. Like, especially
that's gonna be
especially they both have a healing factor. It's in
True.
an R-rated movie. They can go hog freaking wild on this.
amazing. Yeah, that's true.
So I am so excited to see what this whole thing is about.
Dude, same here. I just can't believe that this is
I
actually
know.
happening. I never thought I'd see this.
When does this come out? This comes out next summer?
I think so. I know it got pushed up, actually. Like, a lot of Disney movies got pushed back. No, Deadpool 3 actually got pushed up.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited.
I think
I am
it's May of next
so
year.
excited.
Same
This
here,
is like
man.
my top
Same here.
anticipated movie for years.
Yeah.
So I
Same here.
very
Yeah,
happy
no,
with this.
No, same here, man. Absolutely agree.
Yeah. It looks like they're
Um,
doing some like space travel stuff, like, because I mean, you got this rocket looking thing right here, so I mean,
yeah, that's true.
damn it. So and then like this whole scene is just intriguing as all hell, so I'm here for it. I will be there first viewing that I possibly can.
Same here, man. Same here. Yeah, well, I mean, do you have anything else you want to say about these Deadpool 3 leaked? Well, I guess not. Okay, this shit is leaked, but the actual, like, photo that we saw of Wolverine and Deadpool, that actually was, like, officially released.
Yeah, so they had this one that was, so Ryan Reynolds posted this picture to his story, and then it just like circulated across the internet, and then I guess they were just like, F it, and release a high quality picture of it, which I obviously didn't grab. But yeah,
It's okay,
it
man,
was
it's okay.
so good, so freaking good.
Right? I cannot wait.
I can't. I hope that they continue to be as like forthright, or obviously I don't want like spoilers or anything, but like I hope, like, this is what I love about like the movies. I love being like feeling like I'm part of the process, and we'll get into it with James Gunn. James Gunn did an amazing job with that with Suicide Squad. And then he did the same thing with Guardians when
Agreed.
he was allowed to, which was fantastic. And so I'm hoping that they notice that trend, that seeing this behind the scenes stuff builds up a hype for the movie.
It really does. Really, really does.
I mean, because we could speculate all day long what the hell this scene's all about, but we're not going to know until we're sitting in the freaking theater.
That's true.
And it's the same with everyone else that's seeing all this stuff. They can speculate until the freaking... I had an analogy and I lost it. Moving on. But yeah, I don't have anything else to say about this. I'm very excited and very happy with what I'm seeing
here.
so far.
Same here. All right, moving on. Today we got a bunch of new stuff for Wonka. Not only did we get a couple new pictures, but we actually also got the first official trailer. So, damn, it was quite a treat. Pun intended.
So it seems like this is supposed to be the origin for Gene Wilder's Willy Wonka.
Which I actually like. Don't get me wrong, I love Johnny Depp's version, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. But I feel, that with Timothy Chalamet playing Wonka, it makes more sense that, this is young Gene Wilder.
That is a very bold statement, because I do not think that he has quite matched Gene Wilder's energy.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, don't get me wrong, he has a certain look about him. Like, yes.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, I guess...
Gene Wilder's a hard energy to match.
That is true. And maybe they're kind of looking at this as, he kind of started it off not as energetic or as crazy as he got older. I don't know. Like, maybe by the end we'll see Timothy Chalamet's Wonka be exactly like how Gene Wilder is in the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I don't know. Honestly, I could see Timothy. I feel Timothy Chalamet is a really good actor. I haven't seen him in much, so I'm hoping that if it does come down to that his acting chops are up to
his
the test.
acting ability is there. This is going to put him to the test, though. Because there's just a certain, level of enthusiasm and charm he has to have. I don't think we've seen it yet. Or at least the level that I think he needs to be on to match Gene Wilder.
That's fair.
But yeah, I think we're getting there. And my camera just froze.
I was about to... Never mind.
Okay, there we go. That's embarrassing. I know, we're live and everything.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, other streamers have technical difficulties. Nothing to beat yourself up about.
Oh, and now that we get and can see comments and everything, your volume is low.
Oh shit! How do I turn that up?
Here, hopefully that works.
Whoever's listening, is that better?
Yeah, it's Sammy.
Oh, it's Sammy? Wait, my comment is so delayed.
Huh?
No,
Oh, there we go. She says
so
better.
when did she send that? Oh, okay. Maybe I wasn't close enough.
Wait, when did she send that?
Yeah, when did she send that?
Just barely.
Oh, okay. Just barely? Like 5 seconds
10:05.
ago?
It's still 10:05.
Oh. I don't know, the way that you were talking about it sounded like you saw it ages before it showed up on my screen.
Did it show up on... Oh, no. So I can put the comments up there.
Oh, okay. Okay, so the comment... See, I'm learning so much.
Yeah. So I can show you the comments. We've been getting a lot. Sierra's here too. Hi.
Okay. Hi. Wait, so... Okay, so not all of... So... Not both of us see the comments. You're the only one that sees the comments unless you make it to where I can see the comments. Is that how it goes?
I thought that you maybe had an option to see the comments, but
If
I guess...
do, I have no idea where the hell that is.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't been like on the guest side. Well, actually, that's not true. I did an episode yesterday. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
So you admit it. It's your show.
Huh?
You admit it. It's your show.
My show.
You just said I've never been on the guest side.
Shut
you
up.
said you've never been on the guest side.
No, I meant the guest side of... Oh,
see,
of
he just
StreamYard.
admitted it. It's
Shut
just
up.
the All Bro.
You're so stupid.
It's just the All Bro podcast featuring Rose.
You're so dumb.
Oh, that was great. That was great. Especially for how long it took for you to get the joke. That was fantastic. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, Wonka.
Yeah, so I forgot what I was saying about...
You felt that his acting chops were up for it, but you're still a little skeptical, right?
Yeah, so it's just... In terms of, like, if this was his own thing, like, yes, I could understand that. But it's the fact that they're trying to... it seems like they're trying to tie this into Gene Wilder's that I'm having issues.
I mean, I'm okay with that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't hold, like, I know, like, a lot of people hold Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory as like one of the greatest movies ever made. And don't get me wrong, I love the movie, but like I'm okay if they do like this kind of stuff and like try to tie it in with that original movie. Like I am absolutely 100% up for this stuff. Definitely not one of those people that's just like, oh, it's perfection. You can't touch that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just I think you're making bold claims when you're trying to tie it into the original. If you're just doing a remake and trying to make it your own thing like Johnny Depp's, completely understand that route. It's just this one, like, tying it in is bold.
I think what sells me the most with this one is the fact that it's from the director of Paddington. I don't know if you've seen any of the Paddington movies.
I've seen the first one. I haven't seen the second one yet.
Okay. I love both of them. Director is freaking amazing. I can't remember if it's the same director for both. I think it is. Same thing with the third one coming out. But just for how much love and care that was put into those two movies, honestly, I got nothing but faith in them for this. If they can pull off me almost crying over a freaking teddy bear, I think they can. I think they can pull off a Willy Wonka origin story.
Yeah, hopefully they can. And for any of you that are doubting that this is a tie-in to Gene Wilder's, we got Gene Wilder's freaking Oompa Loompas.
Yeah.
Which, dude, what is Hugh Grant's life now?
Dude, I don't know. Freaking the director, what did the director said something about why he chose Hugh Grant for an Oompa Loompa? Let me try to find it. It's freaking hilarious.
Dude, he looks surprisingly good.
He does. No, like seriously.
Like that's insane. Like I love the just all the little jokes that they have when he plays like the little tune. And he's just like, oh, you're going to sing now? And he's like, yep, can't stop. Like, freaking loved it. Luckily, I can crop out these silences.
Damn, am I not going to be able to... Yeah, sorry. Maybe I can't find it. But, maybe... Oh, he said, Paul King, the director, said he cast Hugh Grant as an Oompa Loompa because he's the funniest, most sarcastic shit I've ever met. Yeah, that's why he cast Hugh Grant as an Oompa Loompa.
Oh, hell, speaking of funny, sarcastic shits.
Hey! Welcome.
Yeah, glad someone's getting a kick out of it. Dude, I feel like I'm, like, performing now. Like, I'm on...
Yeah, dude, I wish you wouldn't have let me
that
know
people are
that
commenting.
Like, 3 people are watching it now. Yeah, I'm like, shit.
Yeah, it feel like not really performing. It just feels like I'm on display now, and it's just like, ah.
Yeah, right? Yeah. But hey, at least Sam made it for Reading with Rose, his favorite segment. I'll be sure to screw it up really bad for you, Sam, I promise, okay? Oh, man.
All right. So yeah, we got this picture, and I think that was it from. Yeah, that was it for Wonka.
Yeah.
The trailer looked good.
No, I love.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, I was just gonna say, yeah, trailer looked good. Visuals look great. I really like Timothy Chalamet as Wonka. I love before he fully became Willy, he was just known as Wonka. I like that. I think that's a cool way to introduce the title of the movie. But yeah, no, I'm honestly genuinely excited. Wow, Sam, that's rude.
Had to throw that one up there. But
yeah, you asshole.
But this is definitely one we'll be adding to the list of ones that we break down. So
definitely,
yeah, you guys can look forward to that. So yeah, excitement level for this one.
I'd probably say I'm at like a, actually, screw. I'm gonna say I'm at an 8.
8. That's bold.
Yeah. I'm genuinely actually very excited about this movie.
Right now I'm at like a 5.
Damn.
Yeah, it's seriously like, if I'm 50-50, like not on whether or not we'll like break this down, we'll definitely break this down. It's just on my excitement for it. It's just, it could be a coin flip. Like the next trailer or anything else that we get from this is going to sway me any which way.
All right, fair enough. Sorry.
Yeah, you forget
moving
you're
on
leading this
to
one.
Our next bit of news. I do. I always do. Like, are you really that surprised?
Not even a little bit.
Oh, go F yourself. So next up, we got some Superman Legacy casting news. I feel really bad that I only know 2 characters out of these. So we got Nathan Fillion officially cast as Green Lantern, but not the Green Lantern that you think it is.
Yeah.
Did I just see a picture of Dora? What the fuck was that?
Yeah. Well, that's the actress.
Oh, that's her? Oh, shit, I didn't know that. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, so Nathan Fillion will be playing Guy Gardner, and he freaking jumped around. Freaking nice asshole.
So I'm sorry. You didn't tell me which ones you wanted me to cover first.
It's
so
in order.
F you.
Anyway, yeah. So we got Isabella Merced, who's going to be playing Hawk Girl. We have Edie Gathegi. I'm hoping that's how you pronounce it. Who will be playing Mr. Terrific, and then Nathan Fillion, like you said, playing Guy Gardner. So yeah, for those of you that don't know Isabella, she played Dora. She was also in Instant Family.
Which, if you guys haven't seen Dora and the Lost City of
bother.
Gold, it's actually surprisingly
Dude, what?
What? What? Dude, that is a stream it for me. That movie was so much fun. That was one of the biggest surprises I have seen in quite a while.
I would give you nothing
you.
better to do, and that is the highest I would be willing to go.
Wow.
A freaking stream it.
Yeah,
Get out of
sorry,
here.
Man. Yeah, I'm giving it a stream it. That was a good time.
Shit. Oh, yeah. So yeah, she's playing Hawk Girl, which, I mean, if you guys don't know, it's this superhero. We saw her alt. Shut up.
Sorry, the way I'm sorry.
Can't.
Yes, absolutely.
How
did you know, Sammy?
We're gonna have to figure out a way to like incorporate these a little bit better. So for those of us that are people that only listen,
yeah,
super confused.
It's like, who the fuck is Sam? Who the fuck is Sammy? Yeah, that's true. So if you're listening on Spotify, sorry.
Yeah,
or
we'll
anywhere that you listen to podcasts.
we'll figure this out eventually. So yeah, we
Yeah.
saw Hawkman in Black Adam, and so this is just his love interest, Hawk Girl.
So the question is, I mean, they haven't said anything. Are they going to bring back, shit, what's his name that played Hawkman in
Aldous
Black Adam?
Hodge, and I
Aldous
doubt
Hodge.
it.
Damn,
Because
that
Isabella
sucks, 'cause he did a
is
great
a
job.
lot younger than Aldous Hodge.
Oh yeah, and they're married,
Yeah,
right?
they're like love interests of each other. I wonder, like, there's two different routes that he could go with the origin.
Caleb, are you saying that just because there's a age gap that they can't be in love?
In
Is
this
that what you're
particular instance, yeah.
Wow,
Shut up.
Wow. Oh,
No,
man.
so there are two different origins that they can go with. They can go with the ancient Egyptian curse route, which is where, like, there are two people that get together, fall in love, but then one of them dies, the other one lives out their days or until they die, and then they reincarnate and kind of go through that whole process again. The process is them all, like, only ever being together for a short period of time before one of them kicks the bucket, and then there's like a reincarnation deal.
Wow.
The alternate route that they could go is that they are an alien species, and so
Okay.
like he could go that route too. So I really dig the immortal, like, that route that they could go, because you could go, like, be flipping, like, changing the actors, like, constantly if you wanted.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see how they go with that route. Is this one of the guys that you knew, Edie?
No.
So he is from X-Men First Class.
I'm gonna be honest. I've only seen First Class once, so I don't really remember it that well.
Yeah, he wasn't in it too long. He was the one that could adapt his body. He, like, put his head in the fish tank and grew gills. And
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm starting to remember him a little bit.
So he hasn't been in a superhero movie in a long time, but he's going to be playing Mr. Terrific, which looks like this, and he's just like a super genius.
I was about to ask, is he like supposed to be the DC's version of Mr. Fantastic? Does he have super
So he has
elasticity
these orbs that he created, and they help him do, like, everything. Like, he uses them to fly, he uses them for surveillance, he uses them as weapons. Like, it's a multifaceted, like, little orbs that he has, and he has, like, a bunch of them that, like, kind of hidden everywhere. So I'm interested to see how that's going to be interpreted. But what I really like is his mask. So, like, you can kind of see, like, it's like a legitimate mask. So it goes over his eyes and his mouth to look like in the shape of a T, but it's almost like part of his face. The Arrow, that show, that did a really good job at portraying his mask. It seemed like it was like wax on his face, but it was like part of his face. Like it went over his mouth, and he was able to, like, talk and everything with his mouth. Like, it's wild. So I'm excited to see how they interpret that. But I think he has, like, a fantastic look for that outfit. And then, of course, we got...
Yeah, I mean, I know nothing about the character, so I'll agree.
Yeah. And then, of course, we got Nathan Fillion playing Guy Gardner, which Guy Gardner's the more of the laid-back Green Lantern, where...
Oh, so he's going to fit right into this role.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, so Guy Gardner is kind of like more of a rookie Green Lantern in compared to Hal Jordan or Jon Stewart. So they have an interesting relationship with him. So it's fun. I'm excited to see what they do with him, especially with Nathan Fillion. I freaking love Nathan Fillion.
Same here.
Yeah. And then we didn't end up talking about it because I don't know if it was released yet, because we recorded a lot of this stuff ahead of time, or our last couple episodes we recorded ahead of time. We have David Corden Sweat, who got cast as Superman, and dude, a lot of people are bitter about it.
Dude, he really looks like just a young. Yeah, dude, he straight up looks like a young Henry Cavill.
Dude, that's what everyone's like throwing a fit about. They're like, "Oh, you got discount Henry Cavill," and I'm like,
No, you got young Henry Cavill. Don't take
I know,
discount.
like freaking. There was one guy that was just like, "So your guys' biggest complaint about this new Superman is that he looks like Henry Cavill," which Henry Cavill, we have all decided, is like the ideal Superman. He has the ideal Superman look, correct? And he's like, of course. Like, so basically what your guys are bitching about is that you're upset that David Corden Sweat looks like Superman.
Seriously, yeah.
And he's like, there is
Y'all need to just shut
there
the
is
hell
genuinely no pleasing you.
No, like seriously.
But
Good
he has
Lord.
a really good look. I haven't seen too much of his previous work, but I did see a little clip. They're just like, hey, just in case you're hesitant, there's like this scene where he kind of is stumbling over his words and trying to, and not in like reality, it's like in a show, and he's like stumbling over his words, and just kind of, but kind of has like a good like stature about him, so where it's like kind of like he's playing the Clark Kent role, more or less, in this
Gotcha. Okay.
in this deal, and he has the vibe for Superman. Like he has that good guy vibe. So I'm excited to see what we get with him.
As am I.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what route they go with the suit, because James Gunn, he's been bouncing back and forth on whether or not he wants to do the trunks.
You know what? Whatever way he goes, I'll be happy.
Yeah. And so he's also been debating about the crest and what that's going to look like too, because he wants to distinguish this from other Supermen. So he's trying to figure out like which route he wants to go. So I think like the popular design, or one that he's been sharing a lot, is kind of a sharper, like whereas normal Superman, he has like a very like angled or just circular S kind of going down. I think James Gunn's kind of leaning towards going like sharp angles. So it's like a sharp S instead of like a smooth curved. I wish I had examples, but
I like that.
But yeah, so I'm excited to see what they do. Oh, one of the other big things, he's thinking about doing a black background instead of a yellow. Yeah,
Interesting.
So
okay.
I'm kind of excited.
Yeah, that's
so
okay.
I hope we're a part of
interesting.
this process as time goes on. And then last up
fingers
is
crossed.
like my personal favorite is Rachel Brosnahan, or however you pronounce her name, got cast as Lois Lane. I love her.
I don't know
I
who she is.
don't. Okay, if you don't know who she is, you obviously haven't seen Marvelous Mrs. Maisel or Ms. Maisel.
That I have not.
Fantastic show. Okay, have you ever seen Gilmore Girls?
No.
Shit. I don't know what else to compare it to. I was hoping you'd have seen like at least one thing about freaking Gilmore Girls.
I mean, I think I've seen like a couple clips, but never like a full on episode.
Okay. Like I said, I don't know what else to compare this to that you would have seen. It's like, have you like I know you enjoy The Office. Do you feel like The Office is like very quick-witted humor, or do you feel it's more like sitcom, like let it sit, and like slow burn humor?
I think it's the first
The
one.
quick-witted, like
Probably gonna get I'm probably gonna get people disagreeing with me on that one.
okay, because that's kind of like how Gilmore Girls is. Like Gilmore Girls, they talk really really fast, and so it's like they're always making jokes or like snarky comments like this, that, and that is the vibe that she pulls off. But she's hilarious. I highly recommend Marvelous Miss Maisel. I didn't think that I would enjoy it as much as I did. I love the show. They just like finished. There's only like 12. No, not 12. I think there's only like 8 episodes per season, and there's only 5 seasons. So it's really quick, but I love it.
Yeah, no kidding.
So
it's on is it on
it's
Prime
on
or Hulu?
Prime.
I can't remember.
Highly recommend. Like,
I'll have to check it out.
I'll have to brainstorm with Brielle to see if like we could figure out like an episode that like exuberates like or just kind of shows off her abilities like acting wise, so to share with you, so you could probably just watch that one and be good, just to get the vibe for her. But I think she's perfect. Like,
okay.
I'll take her and then James Gunn even said, like, out of all of the auditions that he was a part of, she gave the best out of the men and the women.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That's like a ridiculously high praise from James Gunn. So I feel that awesome. This just means that we're going to get more Lois Lane or more of Rachel, however you say her last name. We're going to get more of her in future James Gunn projects.
Yes, that's awesome.
Very excited. Love her. But yeah, I think that was everything like casting wise. So yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, what do you say we jump into our headliner of the weekend? Wow. Evening. Jeez Louise.
I say, let's do it.
All right, so getting into this week's breakdown. Like I said, we're going to be doing Evil Dead Rise. But before that, we got some... we asked a question of the week on our social media, and we got some answers. Didn't get any on Instagram, but we got some on TikTok. So we want to share our favorites.
Yeah. And feel free to... Anyone who's... currently watching, feel free to comment with an answer if you got one.
The answer we asked was, what is the scariest book you've read?
Yeah, and we got a few pretty decent responses, if I do say so.
No, I would absolutely agree.
All right, so you want to start off with with yours?
Yeah. Shit, sorry. I gotta start off with like the best one. Definitely Green Eggs and Ham. Said by Link the OG bot. That is fantastic. Green Eggs and Ham.
Dude, I thought you were gonna steal the one that I was gonna do first. And that is from...
Oh, is it the one
it's
from
the
Pal?
One from Pal.
Pal, if you're listening to this, yeah, go. Wow.
They said, I went to the future and read All Bros the book. It was terrifying how bad the podcast was, so probably that.
Okay, no, so the way that this guy is, let's point out how bad he is with grammar. He didn't say future, he said Fortor. I went to the Fortor. F-U-R-T-U-R-E. So, pal, if you're listening, yeah, go F yourself.
Oh my gosh.
Caleb is dying over here. It was freaking hilarious.
Dude, you should have seen me the first time I read it. I lost my mind. Like, I thought that was so freaking funny. Oh, damn.
Okay. Maybe I should take back my comment. He's a little kid.
Is he really?
Yeah. I'm going to take back my comment. I'm sorry, man. But still, come on, we're not that bad. Yeah, pal, I take back my comment. I'm sure you're a good kid, but we're a good podcast. Come on, we're not that bad. I'm sure you've heard worse.
Oh, my hell.
And good luck on your road to 1,000. You're almost there, buddy.
Oh, my hell.
Yeah, I feel like an asshole.
You just roasted a child.
I'm so. How the hell was I? He has a freaking profile picture of an ape. No, that's not an ape. That's a monkey. How the hell was I supposed to know it was a kid? JP what? Damn, Sam. Hey, I got bullied in high school. I got every right to be a bully now.
That's exactly
I'm joking.
how
I'm
bullies justify their actions.
I'm totally joking. I'm totally joking. Oh, wow. God, I'm such an asshole.
I freaking love it.
You may love it. I'm going to get freaking canceled now. It's going to become the All Bro podcast. I know I've made that joke like a couple weeks ago, but it's too good not to say it again here.
Jeez. Dude, I don't think we're popular enough to be canceled.
Okay, that's good to hear. Thank God.
Anyway. Alright, what's your next take?
Yeah, I don't know if I can top that, what just happened.
Sam says now we need to write the book.
Alright, let's get to it, man.
I'm here for it. I'll leave that one up to you. You can write the All Bros book.
Should we just call it Bros? Oh wait, no, Billy Eichner, he has the rights to that title, so I don't think we can.
We'll just do the All Bros then. Keep it simple.
Okay. Alright. My next one coming from Mo. There was an old lady who swallowed a fly. Scared me to death as a toddler.
Dude, like, legitimate fear from that. Like, I thought that, like, if a fly flew into my mouth, like, that there was going to be issues.
Dude, I thought the same thing when I, like, swallowed a piece of gum.
Yeah.
That or, like, the whole, like, if you eat a watermelon seed, a watermelon will grow inside of your stomach. That was a classic.
Dude, I thought that for the longest time. Like, that exact same thing. But I accidentally did swallow a seed. And I was like, oh shit. But then, like, later, when my stomach started hurting, I was like, oh no, it started. Instead of, like, the obvious issue, which was that I just ate too much watermelon. Made me feel so dumb.
Oh, shit. Dude, that's hilarious.
Yeah. So, for any of you that are curious, no, that is not true. The gum thing is, I haven't been able to confirm that.
I don't think, actually, I don't even know.
I haven't analyzed my shit enough to be able to make that determination, and don't think that I'm ever going to.
I'm not asking you to. Please don't.
All right, my next one is from Flaccid Pancake, who said Mein Kampf and said, I think you know why.
I wish I knew why.
It's a book written by Hitler.
Oh, it is? Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow. Well, I just had a stupid, Rose doesn't know history. My bad.
It's
Sorry.
Fine. I don't know if it was like, it wasn't, obviously it wasn't a super popular book. I don't think.
Thank God. So do we want to shoot, just because there's not
we can just do them all.
Do we want to just do top 3? Oh, just do them all? Okay. Next up, we got from Benson 948 848 4948. I hope I said those all right in the
Surprisingly enough, I think you got it.
Yes, I'm not dyslexic. Hell yeah. They said The Case of Rainbow Stripes. I've no idea what the hell that is.
That's not the one with the
Do you?
book, is it?
Let's find out. The Case of... Am I going to be, like, traumatized if I search this?
Ooh, maybe.
Oh, I've heard of this book. Yeah, I've heard of this book. Oh, God. Yeah, oh, God. Yeah, some of these images from it are terrifying.
Are they really?
Yeah, dude, like that. I don't know if that's going to pop up.
Oh, yeah, that is weird.
Right? Yeah.
All right, good pick. All right, the last one that we got, he didn't really like. Oh, maybe he did specify. Said, this is from Not Very Wise, who said It by Stephen King, but not that scary still.
I mean, the beginning, I feel, when they're younger, definitely scary. But honestly, when it gets into like the whole adult thing and the way they defeat Pennywise is so stupid. So I can definitely see where you're coming from. I feel that the first part is very scary. Second part, not so much.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you to everyone that answered our question of the week. We really appreciate hearing your responses.
Yes,
if you want to answer future question of the weeks, you guys can do that on Instagram or TikTok at the Allbros.
Well, moving on to our headliner now. Caleb, do you want to let people know how we break down movies on this podcast?
I would love to. If you are new to our breakdown system, we have split movies into 8 different categories that we individually score to come to a final Allbros letter grade. The 8 categories that we score are story, writing, acting, character development, which in this instance, being a horror movie, it's going to be more based on the logic of the movie. Then we'll be talking about effects, music, costumes, and then give it our own personal score at the very end. All of those numbers get magically added up and spit through our algorithm and give us a letter grade to compare this movie to others of a similar grade. It also gives us a percentage, so we have like an official ranking that isn't too important, but it's fun to see where these movies end up being. So, without further ado, if you have not seen Evil Dead Rise, if you are a fan of horror, you guys can stop listening now, come back later after you've seen the movie. If you are not a fan of horror, we're on the same boat. But I actually forced myself to watch this. Oh man, it was rough, but we made it happen. So with that, Rose is about to spoil the entire freaking movie for you in our favorite segment that we like to call Reading with Rose, with 2 E's.
Because he always has to throw that in there.
Well, it's in cursive. Apparently, kids can't read cursive anymore.
No. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, Brielle works with the young women of our church, and she had some parent for a camp out. She had some parents write a letter to their kids, and one of the kids couldn't read the letter because it was in cursive.
I mean, I'll fully admit the only thing I ever use cursive for anymore is just my signature.
Yeah, calling my signature cursive is a stretch.
Oh, same here. Anyway, all right, here we go. Cousins Teresa and Jessica's boyfriend Caleb are vacationing at a lakeside cabin when a seemingly ill Jessica scalps Teresa and decapitates Caleb before levitating above the lake. One day earlier, upset at learning she is pregnant, guitar technician Beth visits her sister Ellie, a tattoo artist and single mother to teenagers Danny and Bridget and child Cassie, in their home at Mond Apartments, a condemned Los Angeles apartment complex. The building is shaken by an earthquake while the children are in its basement parking lot uncovering a concealed chamber. Danny investigates it, discovering religious artifacts, three phonograph records from 1923, and a strange book that he takes up to his room, believing he could possibly sell it and use the money to help Ellie. The initial record details rejected efforts by a priest to research the book, revealed to be one of 3 volumes of the Naturam I hope I'm saying this right. Naturam Demonto. The subsequent record reveals the priest continued his research in secret and recites an incantation that summons demonic entities known as Deadites. The building's power fails and Ellie is possessed by an unseen force. She returns to the apartment in a trance, menacingly threatens her family, and dies after pleading with Beth to protect her children. Beth and Ellie's neighbors help lay her to rest in her bedroom and search for a way out. They find that the staircase has collapsed, the elevator is damaged, and they are unable to access the fire escape before Ellie revives and attacks the family, wounding Beth and Bridget. Beth and the children lock Ellie outside the apartment after she pursues and massacres the neighbors. Danny confesses to Beth about recovering the Naturam Demonto, and Ellie tricks Cassie into unlocking the door before attacking her. While Danny and Beth are distracted rescuing Cassie and locking Ellie out, Bridget becomes possessed via her wound. Bridget attacks Beth before turning on Danny and Cassie, who inadvertently impales her through the head with a broken broom handle. Beth listens to the third record to understand how to exorcise the Deadites, but learns the priest failed and his allies were all possessed, with only complete destruction of the host stopping the Deadites. Bridget revives and fatally stabs Danny, who sets Bridget on fire before dying as Ellie infiltrates the apartment using the vents. Realizing Beth is pregnant, Ellie attempts to rip the fetus out of her, but Beth and Cassie are able to incapacitate her with scissors. Ellie fails to emotionally manipulate Cassie, who accepts that her mother is already gone. Danny and the bodies of the neighbors are possessed, leading Beth and Cassie to take shelter in the damaged elevator. Ellie, Bridget, and Danny merge into a multi-limbed creature known as the Marauder, and climb atop the elevator to attack the pair as the elevator fills with blood. The combined weight causes the elevator to plummet to the ground floor, allowing Beth and Cassie to flee into the parking lot. The Marauder captures Cassie and attempts to behead her with a chainsaw, but Beth returns and distracts it, and she and Cassie destroy the Marauder's body by forcing it into a wood chipper. Ellie's decapitated head taunts Beth, saying she will be a failure as a mother, prompting her to kick Ellie's head into the chipper. Beth and Cassie escape the building together. The next morning, Jessica goes to the parking lot to leave for her vacation, where she is attacked by an unseen force. Oh, shit. Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting, because I had a blast with this movie. I loved it. I had so much fun.
Oh, man.
Call me psychotic, because I love...
So...
yeah, Caleb over here be like, ugh, and I, like, literally whenever, like, the first scene where one of the girls literally gets half of her scalp ripped off, I'm like, yeah! Now, this is an Evil Dead movie.
Dude, oh, man. So here's the process of how I watched this movie. I didn't even attempt to throw this up on my TV. Because if you guys listen to what I said... Shut up. If you guys heard what I said about it last week, I could barely make it through the trailer. And so when Rose was like, oh, you know what we should do because we had like a 2-week gap of like not having anything new in theaters that we were going to go see. And Rose was like, hey, you know, it'd be a good idea. We should do Evil Dead Rise. I'm like, damn it. And
you could have said no.
I know, but I try not to. I like, no,
why?
It's
Dude, if you can't handle it, like, don't feel bad for saying no.
I don't want to be a bitch.
We already know you are, so it's okay.
It was one that, like, intrigued me. It was one that, like, looked kind of decent, super scary, and I kind of wanted to push myself outside my comfort zone, and so that's more or less why I agreed to it. And yeah, it absolutely pushed me outside of my comfort zone.
Yeah, and you're welcome.
So anyway, that's why I agreed to it. But I knew I was not going to be able to watch this on my TV. And it wasn't because like, oh, I have a toddler running around. I could have watched it while she was asleep. Hell to the no. I couldn't watch it on a big screen at all. And so I watched this on my phone during the day. And so I went to watch this on my bed, right? So I was laying down and I was watching it, and so for those of you that don't know, my bed is up against the, like, if you walk into my bedroom through my bedroom door, my bed is on the wall to the right. Like, it's directly to the right on the wall. So my head is usually like against that wall. So my feet are usually by the door. I said, to hell with that. I grabbed my pillow, threw it on the other side of the bed because I don't trust my wife to not come into this room when I told her I was watching a scary movie and freaking grab my legs.
Oh man.
Yeah, and scare the ever-living bejesus out of me. Like, the last thing I need to do in my life is freaking wet the bed while I'm awake. So, I flipped myself around, watched the movie, and yeah, it freaking scared the shit out of me, dude. I did it exactly how I said I was going to. The volume was just loud enough so I could hear, like, the delivery of the dialogue, so I can still accurately judge the acting score. The subtitles were on. All the lights were on in my room. And yeah, so that's how I ended up watching it. And there was
and I watched it on a.
What'd you do?
No, I was gonna say I watched it on a 50-inch, lights all off, freaking sound up pretty high. Yeah, that shows you the difference between me and Caleb.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't.
Subtitles were on too, but I'm kind of deaf as fuck.
Yeah,
so
that's usually my issue too. That's why I usually throw on subtitles. But yeah, scared the ever-living bejesus out of me. And then the gore. Oh, dude.
It.
And this will be getting into with effects, but they got creative with this movie.
Damn right they did. Honestly, I feel they do with every Evil Dead movie.
Yeah, just when I think I'm just like, oh, like classic kill, and then it's just like, boom, here's something you haven't seen before, and I'm like, ah! Like, it,
dude, I want to know how much fake blood they used on
a
this
freaking
movie.
ridiculous amount is how much.
No, like seriously, for the whole elevator scene, especially, like, god damn.
Yeah. So, gosh, that was wild. So anyway, getting into the story is any of this? So this is an interesting take, like, because you've seen the previous Evil Dead movies, right?
I've only seen the remake that came out in 2013, and I haven't seen that in years. So honestly, the only thing that I really remember from that is, a bunch of these, like 20-year-olds go into this cabin out in the woods. I think they go down into like the attic, and that's where they discover the book. One of them opens it, of course, and just all hell breaks loose.
Is it the same book?
Yeah, it's the same book.
Sick. Okay. This is interesting, like, coming from someone, because I didn't realize that there's like an old Evil Dead and like a remade Evil Dead. Like, I didn't know about any of that. So I thought that, like, I knew about the Evil Dead. Like, I knew about the one with Bruce Campbell. And I knew that one was a comedy-esque movie. So that's kind of what I was expecting. I'm like, oh, well, the trailer didn't make this seem like it was very funny. And and so, like, when I went into it and it wasn't funny, I was just like, what the shit was this? So,
oh, come on, you didn't laugh when she said, I want to cut you all open and get inside you so I can love you forever.
Yeah, well, that's like, that was one of the things that, like, I think, that was in the trailer, I think. Yeah, like, that was in the trailer.
Come on,
and
you didn't laugh
no,
at that?
I did. I did at the trailer. And then, like, the trailer's like, okay, well, that wasn't, like, quite as funny as I've heard these movies are supposed to be. So, I mean, maybe they're just trying and failing. Like, I use so much justification to make this going into this to make it seem in my brain that maybe this was a comedy, and it was not.
Shit.
I thought, despite everything that they did, with this being like, is this a continuation of any story at all, or is this like it's a first? Okay.
Not that I know of.
I thought that they did a really good job at explaining, just like making you understand what was going on without getting into too much like nitty gritty, like heavy dialogue. Like it is easy to understand for someone that is coming into the Evil Dead franchise completely blind.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. And I really appreciated that. I mean, honestly, I feel it's not that hard of a premise to get. You know, there's this evil book. If you read it and this incantation is spoken, basically y'all are effed. That's that's basically the gist of it. So yeah, when the brother finds the book after the earthquake, you know, underground in that old bank. And it, you know, he uncovered. Well, actually, no, I don't even think he had uncovered it yet. I just saw like the trash bag, and like there was the outline of the book. I'm like, oh fuck, y'all are screwed. Do not, under any circumstance, open that.
Yeah, dude. One thing that kind of has helped me, kind of understand the choices that people in horror movies make. Like, and it was just like such a simple saying. Like, I think someone was talking about these horror movies and like, oh, like these people are so stupid. Like, you never go into the house, like you never go into the creepy house or blah, 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 blah. And they're like, well, how do you know that these people are like, how are you so sure that these people don't think they're in a different genre of movie? Like, they don't know, like, these people don't know that they're in a horror movie. And I'm like, that changed my perspective about a lot. So, like, the kid going down into the safe, like, where the safe was, like, right after the earthquake, and, like, having that hole, like, pop open and everything, I would have absolutely done what he did. Like, I would have been scared about, like, the earthquake or whatever, but then it's, like, whole freaking bank vault. I've been like, sign me up, and I would have been right down there, too.
I would have gladly just been watching you, not in the hole.
The point that I would have freaking turned and bounced was with the basic, like the big ass coffin looking thing. I would have bounced, like, it's, well, maybe not even the coffin. Like, I think I would have freaking bounced with all the crosses and and other things on the ceiling. I would have seen that and been like, deuces.
It's like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah, like that vault's not worth my soul. Like some of the other stuff I probably would have snatched, though. Like, no way in hell am I playing an unmarked tape without like hearing what.
That's fair. I will say though, I really liked what they did with this movie, and like them listening to not only like the actual like incantation, or like the is it, no, it's not incantation, it's the, not, oh my god, not phrase.
I mean, it's basically an incantation. Like,
that's what I would think it is. So yeah, okay. So not only with, you know, like them, you know, playing that, but also like hearing like the priest, what he went through with this book, but like how it's worked into with like the record player, and you see like the kid like just having to keep turning it and everything. It like on it, it added some like really good what's the word, like, not ambience, but I don't know, it just really added to the scene. It made it like a lot more creepy, I feel.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
So I appreciated that, especially when the aunt is listening to it with the headphones on, you know, trying to figure out if there is a way to defeat this force. That there especially, it was done very, very well, very effective of how they did it there.
Super well done, super well done. Like they were able to do tension building really well. Like
Agreed.
there was like definite moments that I was on the edge of my seat over, or more like cowering behind a pillow, but Like, you know what I mean. I was
Not. God, I wish we could have like went and seen this in theaters
you
together.
could
God, I
you
would've loved
would
to
have
see how
had
you
to
would've-
drag my ass there, dude. There is no way I would have done that willingly.
Oh, damn.
But
I could have been like, hey, man, what you want to go see The Flash again or Indiana Jones? What do you say? And you're just like, wait, isn't that the theater? Nope. Oh, you motherfucker.
I would have left your ass there, dude.
Yeah, you know what? He would have. I know him. Yeah, he definitely would have.
Yeah, so like I said, the tension building was fantastic. The story made a lot of sense. It was actually really good too. Like, it wasn't like top notch or anything, but it was like, for a horror movie, like, it was a really good story.
No, I agree. Like, honestly, the sister relationship between the two sisters, that was great. The kids were really good. Especially the young daughter, she was fantastic. Just, yeah, like, the characters were great here. Story was great here. Like, all around, like, this is, I feel, a really good horror movie. And honestly, it made me excited for the next entry in the Evil Dead franchise, and I do hope that there's another one coming up decently soon, and we don't have to wait another 10 years for the next installment.
Yeah, I definitely hope that they incorporate more of this down the line. Like, as scared as I was, like, upon, like, not really like upon reflection or anything like that, it's just it was good. It was a good story. It did exactly what it was supposed to, which was scare the ever living bejesus out of me. And yeah,
Oh shit.
it was good. Really good pacing, really good relationships. The dialogue wasn't half bad. Like, I feel like I can't think of a single, like, piece of dialogue that didn't feel necessary.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, even when they're the force is like shouting obscenities at the person, I'm sure like a lot of people are just like, well, why the hell would it say that? That seems unnatural. It doesn't. If you've seen other Evil Dead movies and just know what this force is like when it takes over you, it's not out of the ordinary. The shit that it says to the people it's talking to.
Yeah.
So when you see you get a lot of the C word, just a lot of like obscenities that you're just like, why are they calling them that? It's just how the entity is. That's just how it is.
Yeah, like, even from
makes
someone
sense
like
for
who
the world
didn't
they've
know
set
any
up.
better, like, it didn't stand out too much. Like, I didn't find myself thinking like, oh, why is it saying that? Like, it was just like, yeah, it's a freaking demon spawn.
Yeah,
like, of course
see?
it's saying shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's trying to freaking cut these people to their core with its words. So I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't dislike that at all. So, minor
Okay, good.
spoiler for my writing. What are you sitting at with story though?
Just because like I had a really good time with the story here. This is like I can't decide, even though I've only seen 2 Evil Dead movies, this and the remake. I can't decide which one I like more. It might actually be this one. But just, yeah, as far as Evil Dead stories go, this one's a really good one, and I had a good time. So honestly, I'm at like 82.
That's actually pretty close to what I thought you were going to give it higher than that, because I was sitting at an 80.
Okay,
Yeah.
not bad.
All right. Next up, we got writing, which, surprise, surprise, I thought it was pretty on par with the story. Like, everything.
Dude, I agree. Some of the I'm just glad that my favorite line from the trailer, that scene, just made it into the movie, when the mom is like looking through the door hole, and she goes, "Open up now," and the little girl's like, "You don't look so good, Mom," and Mom's like, "Nothing a big old kiss from you won't fix." And the way she's like doing the Evil Dead smile, like, oh my god, I love it. Freaking creepy as hell, but I freaking love it.
Dude, that was freaking terrifying. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I was trying to think, like of any bit of dialogue that I felt was maybe unnecessary or just too over the top, but I didn't see anything. Like there were like everything that was said
Same
led
here.
up to something.
Yeah, like even like some of the dialogue we get from her neighbors. You think that like them bitching about the apartment, of how bad the property is and everything in like some instances, you think that it would kind of get annoying or it just wouldn't make sense, but no, like it made sense. It fit into the story. So yeah, like honestly, really little to no problems with the writing here. It was super solid.
Yeah, I mean they did a great job at like making everything like kind of tie in. Like the old man neighbor being like, "Oh, these doors are sturdy built. Like you're not getting in without some like heavy duty equipment." And like 100% explains why the creature wasn't able to just like bust through the door.
Yeah.
And then the other like the neighbor losing
I
the cat
feel really
in
good
the
right-
in the
oh, sorry.
freaking the AC.
Yep, just about to bring that up. Great way to introduce of why the demon knew about the vent and why it thought to crawl into that. Perfect way to explain it.
I was just like, that was something I was like thinking about. Like, oh, how does this tie in? How does this tie in? Or how will it eventually like come up? And like everything did. Like I think if I'm being super nitpicky, the only bit of dialogue that felt a bit much was when those two kid neighbors were coming to like hit on Bridget, but
That's fair.
the only reason I'm saying like I think that's like being super nitpicky, but it's also like not. I can forgive that scene because it just shows us, hey, there's some other neighbors.
Yeah.
So it's more just like an introductory thing to those neighbors. So
Yep.
that line served a purpose.
Yes, definitely.
Other than that, I mean, all the stuff that the creature was saying was creepy as hell.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I loved it.
Same. Yeah, I can't think of a single thing I didn't like with this, or at least the dialogue. Again, it's classic horror, so I think it's on par with the story. So I might give it a couple bonus points for the creepy points. So I'll put it where you're at with your story. So I'll put it at an 82.
I'm gonna follow suit, bump it by 2 points, so I'm gonna go an 84.
All right, next up we got acting. So first we got Lily Sullivan, who plays Beth. Noah Paul, who plays Bruce. Alyssa Sutherland, who plays Ellie, the mother. Gabrielle Eccles, who plays Bridget, who's the sister. Oh, wait. Oh, Morgan Davies, who plays Danny. Who the hell's Bruce? Do you know who Bruce was? Was he one of the neighbors?
I don't know if it might have been.
Okay. So yeah, the big ones are Beth, Ellie, Bridget, Danny, and then Cassie. Cassie was played by Nell Fisher. So what's your top 3 look like?
That's an excellent question. I would say. Sorry, one second. I gotta bring up the cast again. I apologize. Number 3. So Ellie was the mom, right? Sorry.
Yeah. So Beth was
Okay.
the aunt. Ellie was the mom.
Okay.
Danny, Bridget, and Cassie were the kids.
Okay, got it. So number 3, I would give to Alyssa Sutherland. Honestly, I mean, it sucks that she got possessed and everything, but the way that she acted as this creature, all of her mannerisms, her voice. I mean, I don't know if they changed her, how much they changed her voice, if at all. Well, they probably did, but I'm sure she still like added something to it. But honestly, yeah, her acting as the demon was fantastic. So I have to give her number 3. Number 2.
I know this one's a tough one.
Yeah, because they're all really good. Number 2, I'll give to Gabrielle Eccles, who played Bridget. I thought she was really good in this movie. I loved the way she acted as a sister to her siblings, and when she was taken over by the demon, that was freaking fantastic. Um, Especially the freaking part when she's up on the sink and she's literally swallowing glass, and just it's disgusting, but I loved it. But number one, I'll definitely give to Lily Sullivan, who played Beth. Absolutely fantastic, knocked it out of the park. Um, yeah, she was great. Um, you know what? Actually, if it's alright with you, I am gonna change one. I'm okay. Actually, I'm gonna do a lot of rearranging here. I'm sorry. I'm gonna actually knock out Gabrielle Eccles. Lissa Sutherland is gonna stay number 3, but yeah, I got to give Nell Fisher number 2 actually for being such a young actress, and I believe that this is her first role, from what I've been told. She was absolutely amazing. Freaking loved her. She killed it with all the emotional scenes, and even like the action scenes that she had to be a part of. She freaking killed it. So yeah, I'm sorry, I gotta bump Gabrielle out. She would be my number 4, but I gotta give number 2 to Nell.
Fair. Yeah, I'm throwing Lily Sullivan at my number 3. Exactly the same, like what you brought up with her. I thought she did a fantastic job. Felt like a very caring, like, person that was thrown into a complete shit show of a situation and handled it as well as she could.
Handled it like a champ.
My number 2, I'm with you. I'm giving it to Nell Fisher. She pulled this off incredibly well. So good. So good. And then I'm giving my number 1 to Alyssa Sutherland, because holy shit, dude, she has like a perfect horror movie look.
Yeah,
Like
she
does.
has,
like it is wild. Like, I think giving her like the really stark orange hair was a really good choice and just added to like the creepiness of the character. But she kind of just has, it's like the same. She has Olivia Wilde vibes, like with her face structure, and
Yeah, she
Olivia
does.
Wilde also kind of like, I feel, fits really well into horror movies. And so she has very strong, like a strong, distinct, like, face bones. And so, like,
Yeah,
it's just
I
like sharp
absolutely agree.
features that bode really well for a horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I freaking loved what she did. Her performance as the creature was incredible. Had me on edge every like little bit of performance she had. Like, it was insane. So yeah, I'm giving her my number 1.
Love it.
All right, where are you sitting at with your acting score?
Honestly, I feel everyone did great, even the extras. If anything, if I had any problems, it would have probably been with like the 2 teenage boys. But I mean, that's them being teenage boys. Really can't have any problems with that. What they were told to do, I feel they did a good job. So I think I'm gonna go an 80. I'm gonna go an 89.
Honestly, that's around where I'm sitting too. I don't know if they
Hell yeah.
quite cracked 90 for me, but I think they're definitely
That's
deserving of an 89, which seems like a small percentage difference, but
We're sounding petty.
yeah, just a little bit. All right, next up we got logic. So the logic that they set up within this movie, how well that was followed and everything, and gotta say, I think they followed this to a freaking T.
Agreed. Yeah. The way that the book is explained, how honestly there's no way to stop it. Decapitation is the best way to go about it, and that's definitely showed in full force towards the end. But yeah, no, yeah, they do a great job of setting up where what the book means, how it came about, or like how not how it came about, but how the previous owner had it, and now how this family came to have it. Just yeah, they did a great job setting up the rules, and honestly, I have very very few problems with it, if not any.
Yeah. I feel like what this movie did really well was it kind of went balls to the wall with the stakes. Like, I feel like they could have easily gone the route of all the kids came out scot-free, like all the neighbors were like beat up and they just had to like have like one big ultimate battle. So I thought when the sister Bridget freaking kicked the bucket and was like doing her like freaking out, I was like, okay, that's pretty wild. Like, okay, so they got one, and then when they killed off Danny, I was just like, oh shit, like this has got some freaking balls. And
yeah, was not expecting them to kill
I
off
know.
two of the siblings. Very ballsy. I loved it.
I almost thought that they were going to go for a freaking 3 for 3 with killing Cassie too.
Oh, dude, yeah, when they freaking brought her over to the wood chipper, I'm just like, this movie is not. Are we really going to go that ballsy? Okay, you know what? I don't like this. I don't love this. I don't like this at all, but I'll give you... This movie would have had some big old balls if it actually would have gone through with that.
Dude.
But honestly, I don't even know if like the FDA would have... not FDA, sorry. Like the rating company for these movies would have even let them do that, because I feel that there's like an age... I don't know if there's like an age gap for like how old a child can be if before they're killed.
Well, what
in the
about
movie.
the freaking kid?
But there's kid
that she ripped the arms off.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Maybe it's like a main character deal.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know, but if not for like the age, probably like how gruesome the death is also has to
understandable.
Yeah,
like because
has to be a factor.
When I was thinking like, yeah, it's like getting her chopped off with a chainsaw probably wasn't the best, or wouldn't have been the best thing for a rating, but again, it would have been ballsy. I'm kind of glad that the movie went there a little bit, just to make me think like, oh no, oh shit, because like especially
it definitely teased
it's like what got me. Like, under normal circumstances, I don't think I would have fallen for it. But it's because they killed off the other siblings that it made me, like, kind of fall for what they pulled off.
Fair. That is absolutely
and, like,
fair.
It like, had me genuinely like, oh no. But obviously didn't end up going that route. But, whew, it got my blood pumping a little bit, thinking that they just might.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought they did a really good job following their own logic. I'm trying to like, okay, what do you think about this? Like, this is where I'm having an issue. There was a kill in this kind of that they did that was kind of unrealistic. Do you think that would fall under this, where it's the logic, or do you think that'd fall more under like an effects issue? Because the effect itself looked good. It's just this kill just wasn't quite realistic enough for me.
I feel it would fall under wow, what was the first one you said?
The logic?
Yeah, that's the word. Yes,
okay.
That. So what is this?
It
kill?
Was when the creature or the mom, when she bit that neighbor's eye. I'm like, I don't know if like that's super realistic. Like, I don't know if you can bite someone's eye out.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you're possessed by a demon, anything's possible. Honestly.
Like, I know it's just one of those things that just kind of pulled me out, because I'm like, how the hell did they pull that? Like, she do that? I'm like, it's like what got
It
what
wasn't
got
the
me is
frickin',
like there's
shooting the eyeball
Yeah.
into the other guy.
that was freaking disgusting
Yeah,
and will be addressed.
yeah, that's pretty
But
gross.
like it was just like the logistics got me because it's like there's bone here, there's bone here. Like your mouth would have to be like really small to like bite like there's bone here too. Like how do you freaking bite a chunk out? Like you can't bite someone's eye out.
I don't know. Maybe when you're possessed by the demon, your mouth can open wider. I
It
don't
well
know.
it wouldn't need to open wider. It would need to be like deeper.
Oh, well.
Like your mouth would have to
I
be
don't
like
know.
a freaking like suction. Like cuz cuz there's not like a whole lot of room cuz you got like your nose here, like in like all the cartilage here. So the only way that I would buy this is if she took off some of his nose too. Just the eyeball, not buying. Also, did the kid that she like the kid that she spit the eyeball into like that kid's mouth? Did he just choke on the eyeball?
I think so.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Um.
See, it's funny.
Yeah.
It's a funny Evil Dead movie, right?
Yeah. I mean, in freaking hindsight, maybe. But yeah, I loved. I think they followed their everything that they were going for really well. So I'd say this cracks 90s for me.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
Yeah, I can't go any higher than a 90 because of the eyeball thing. Like it was just one of those kills that like it was probably the only like a physical attack thing that I had a hard time buying. Everything else I bought into really well, but not that.
I don't think I had any problem with that. So I'll go like 1 point higher though, like 91.
Fair. All right, next up we got effects. Bro.
Yeah, these were really, really good.
I mean, for a horror movie, like not even just for a horror movie, it's just these effects were incredible.
Movie in general, like, dude, the freaking scene where Bridget is on the countertop eating the glass, and you can see it like poking out of her neck as it's going down. I'm like, ugh. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, no thanks.
That was hard. Yeah, that was hard to stomach. The freaking cheese grater to the leg.
Oh my gosh, dude.
That's the scene that got me. Not like the scalping scene. Nothing before that. The freaking cheese grater just sliding on the calf of was it?
Oh my god, dude! I'm grabbing the back of my legs right now. Like
the ant was.
ugh.
Yeah, it was. Ugh.
That meant
But yeah,
that messed me up. That messed me up real bad. And I think
Fair.
what made it worse was when she picked it up and all of the little slices come falling out. I'm like,
dude, straight up.
I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, straight
crap.
up.
I'm probably going to sleep in pants tonight.
Oh shit.
Dude,
Oh,
yeah, that
man.
was brutal. The scene that we already talked about when that one chick at the beginning gets scalped, I was like, what the is this movie?
Dude, freaking this movie has one of the best title crawls
Oh my
I've ever
gosh.
seen. When the girl comes out of the lake and just right behind her says big bold red letters, Evil Dead Rise. I'm like, that's how you do a freaking title card. That was
I
awesome.
would have paid an arm and a leg to freaking see that in theaters, dude. Holy
right?
crap.
I kicked myself for not seeing this in theaters. That was fantastic.
That's easily one of my favorite title cards of any movie ever.
Same.
Like,
Perfect. Fantastic.
oh, man. Like, you can't get much better than that. Like, that
No, you can't.
yeah. Damn, dude. Freaking A. That
So good.
it was cool too, because it's like it wasn't just like a plain red font. It was like images from the book that were like kind of had that overlay inside the font. So I loved it.
Yeah. So awesome.
Yeah, so the chick getting scalped freaking scared the hell out of me. When the boyfriend had his head ripped off and thrown back on the dock, I was like, and it was like still twitching. I was like, oh, dude, it's whoever was in charge of the special effects needs a raise, because it's like, I feel like I've seen beheadings before. Like, I know I have. I've seen beheadings before. The head just kind of rolls and you see the face, or you don't see the face, whatever like situation they want to do, and it's just like sitting there. And it's just like, okay,
yeah,
there we go. But the twitching just kind of adds a whole new level, like, oh, shit.
it really does. It really, really does.
So like super good though.
Shit.
Super good though.
Yeah, most definitely.
I can't think of another single effect that looked bad, dude. Freaking what's her face? Cassie with her broom doll thing when it like went through her sister's mouth.
Yeah, and just her pulling it out. You're like, ugh.
It going in didn't affect me nearly as much as it did coming out. I was like, oh. I was stressed, dude. I was freaking sweating. Like this whole movie, I'm just like, I freaking can't with this movie.
I missed the perfect instance to say that's what she said.
Shut up.
Oh, come on. That's perfect.
Oh, damn. Dude, ugh. That wrecked me. It a lot of these kills did. Like
they were so good.
The moms freaking threw me for a loop when like she's getting strangled by all those wires and they're like bending her out of shape. I'm just like that was hard to watch. Bridget's death was, her throwing up like all the like the maggots and stuff, like that was hard to watch. Her drinking or eating the glass was tough. The spike going through her head, the spike coming out of her head. Freaking Beth getting the like stabbed through the hand with that shard of glass.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Ugh.
Yeah, and then like on the other side, Danny getting stabbed through the freaking bicep to the counter.
Yeah, oh my god.
Dude, like they're bravo to whoever designed that shit. That look,
yeah,
it's real difficult to watch.
Absolutely agree. Yes, agreed.
So honestly, I think the only like effect that I would even like consider docking for is maybe the excess of blood.
Oh, that was my favorite.
Well, it was not the blood coming from people. It was more the pool of it, like in the elevator.
Okay, that's fair. All right.
Yeah, that kind of was a little funky to me, but I'm not even going to dock too much for that. Honestly, I might be at like a 98 for the effects here. I thought they were.
Dude, I can totally match you.
I thought they were good enough to freaking earn that. All right, next up we got music. And this is where the movie kind of takes a bit of a dive.
That's fair. I mean, it's nothing special. I know like the classic like brrr, like all the like loud noises and stuff like that. That's classic Evil Dead. But yeah, I mean, yeah, there's nothing like huge stand out. I feel that when it comes to like Evil Dead soundtracks and like thinking of other horror movies, it's definitely not like it's no Halloween. Right. So
I think like where those movies have like the iconic soundtrack, I think for at least from the sounds of it, Evil Dead has like just the iconic gore.
Yes, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously they're not going to drop a huge budget, but I think the use of silences were really well done. Not nearly as many jump scares as I would have thought.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, there really
There was a
wasn't that much.
couple, but I felt like most of them were earned.
Yeah, no, I can definitely agree with you on
Yeah.
that one.
Oh, dude, I backtracking for 1 second. A scene that I need to talk about. When Beth is looking through the peephole, like out into the hall, and then you see the mother just freaking wrecking the neighbors. Like that felt like a Sam Raimi shot.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with
Like
you on
if it
that.
came out that he directed that scene, I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. Like that just kind of felt like his vibe, but it was so well done, so creepy. Like again, fantastic tension building.
Yeah, no,
And
absolutely agree.
this is one where we didn't really get a jump scare, but I feel one was like I had like there was it was like I put change in for a jump scare because I'm like you've earned this, bud, and it didn't give me one, and I'm like, oh shit, like I know I'm gonna get one later, and I'm just So I thought that was a really excellently done scene. But yeah, it was just I think what added to it was the use of silence in that, like getting back into the music, because there wasn't like any crazy music playing. It was just people getting thrown around, like you hear screaming and ripping and like just horrible noises, just kind of leaving your imagination running wild, which I think is a fantastic way to shoot a film.
Agreed. Yeah, absolutely.
So
agreed.
I thought it was really well done, and I think had they not used the silences to their advantage like they did, I'd probably be at like a typical 5. But I think with the use of silence, I'm around a 6.
I can imagine. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Sweet. All right, next up we got the costumes, but the designs for these, like the Monsterfied, like
Yeah, I was gonna say, so freaking good. That is like one thing that Evil Dead just always knocks it out of the park with, is just the look of the demons, of like how you look when they fully take you over. The eye coloring, the color of your skin, just it's freaking terrifying, but I love it so much.
I love like when they all kind of like morphed together and how like each of them looks different. Like Danny had like white glazed over eyes. He was still like kind of covered in like stained with blood, but Bridget, who had just been set on fire, was like all toasty and freaking like charred and everything. Yeah. Like, but it wasn't like excessively done. It was just like, yeah, like freaking burn victim good. So the designs were fantastic, and the makeup, dude, the makeup on Ellie,
dude, right,
was terrifying.
Yeah, so terrifying.
Ugh. Where are you sitting at?
I'd honestly say I'm probably at an 8.
I'm like, if we went that route, I'd be somewhere around like an 8.5.
I mean, I can gladly do a 9 if you want me to. I will be more than happy to do a 9.
I think we have to. I think the makeup department freaking made up for the lack of like costumes, like typical costumes. I think the makeup department just killed it.
Fair.
And I'm also taking it like fair. The reason I'm like was wanting to bump it up at all was because I was thinking of like the prosthetics for everyone else, like the neighbors and all that good stuff. Like the makeup department was working overtime, and
seriously,
freaking applause to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's earned a 9.
Absolutely agree.
All right, last up we got our own personal score. I will take this one first because I think my opinions on this might be a little different than yours. At least coming from a non-horror fan. I mean,
all right.
I don't even know if I can say that anymore because I feel like there's more horror movies that I like versus ones I don't.
Yeah, so I would consider yourself a horror fan. Yeah,
so coming from someone who wasn't a willing horror fan who like had to be like coerced into this lifestyle. This movie was entertaining. It was terrifying beyond all belief, and like I said, I was being a little bitch boy hiding under my blanket, but I loved what this movie was, or like my hindsight. In the moment, I couldn't like the movie any less, but I enjoy now what it was. I enjoy like this discussion just kind of made me love the movie a bit more.
Yes.
Probably not one I'm going to re-explore ever again, hopefully. But I do see myself being a little less hesitant about seeing future installments, or even going back and seeing other installments of this franchise. So, I mean, ultimately, I think what I'm going to end up doing is giving this probably an 84. So, what about you?
All right. That's honestly a lot higher than I thought you were going to give it. That's awesome. I love it. No, yeah. Like, I mean, jeez Louise. I feel Caleb, honestly, as a horror movie fan, after the shit that I put him through with some of these movies, and the fact that he's come out on the other side and actually enjoyed some of them, I would say that you are a horror fan now. Yeah, no, I had a great time with this one. I had just as much fun with this one as I did with the other Evil Dead movie that I've seen, the remake from 2013. You watch these movies to watch people like mutilate themselves in like gross, disgusting, gory ways, and that's what you get here. And I absolutely had a great time with it. And honestly, I can't wait to watch it again. So I'm gonna go an 86, just slightly above him.
Alrighty. Well, with that concludes this breakdown. So going through the scores real quick, starting off with story, we ended up averaging out to an 81. Writing ended up getting a couple points higher, sitting at an 83. Acting was definitely one of the high points of this movie. Got bumped up to an 89. The character development, or the logic of this movie, was really well done. So we ended up giving that a 90.5. The effects were the absolute highlight of this movie. So we ended up giving those a 98. The music was a little less than, it was average, but the use of silence was really well done. So we ended up giving that a 6. Costumes, this is mainly due to the makeup department. We ended up giving a 9. And then our personal score averaged out to an 85. So, with that, the final All Bros letter grade for Evil Dead Rise has come out to a B+.
Hell yeah, I love it.
That's fantastic.
That is awesome.
Yeah, love when that happens. So it ended up scoring like pretty decently into the B+ range. It's sitting at an 86.43%.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. So just for like shits and giggles, comparing this against all the other B+ movies that we have ranked, this is sitting, like I said, an 86.43%. It is a B+. So comparing this to the other B+ movies, we have put it above. Oh wait, do we do below first? Let's do below first. Yeah, so it ended up below the Lego Movie 2, which is at an 86.5, as well as Black Adam, which is also at an 86.5. I know that kind of freaking
I don't like that.
hurts, don't it?
Yeah, it does.
It is below The Lovebirds, which is at an 86.54. It is also below Scream 2022, which is at an 86.56. It is below Frozen 2, which is at an 86.59. And then it is below In the Heights, which is at an 86.81. Yeah.
All right.
So going the opposite direction, it is above, spoiler alert, which is at an 86.37. It is above Captain Marvel, which is at an 86.25. As well as Sing 2, which is also at an 86.25. It is above
Okay.
Spider-Man Homecoming, which is at an 86.22.
Wow.
And then it is above Nightmare on Elm Street, which is at an 86.12.
Ooh,
I
like
dig it too. So yeah, that's where it's sitting.
Awesome. All right. Well, unless you got anything else you want to say.
That I do not. Just really happy with this
Okay.
this ranking. Other than Black Adam, but I think Black Adam is
Same.
one that I don't. I think like the issue is like the movie overall was decent. It's just our personal score for it wasn't. So usually when
Yeah.
that ends up
Fair
happening,
enough.
it's usually when we're like, no, that movie sucked.
Yeah. That's true. I would say that we'll bring episode 281 to a close. If you like what you heard and you want to hear more from us, you can follow and subscribe to us wherever you listen to podcasts. We're damn near everywhere: Spotify, iHeartRadio, Radio Public, honestly, the whole 9 yards. If you prefer to listen on YouTube, you can definitely catch all of our episodes on there. If you want to check out our social media, where you can DM us with an episode idea, answer our questions of the week, give us movie suggestions that you want us to do for our mini breakdowns, or if you want to reach out and join us, glad to have anybody on. You can find those at Facebook, facebook.com/The Allbros, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at The Allbros. Or you can email us if that is your preferred way to contact us at theallbroschannel@gmail.com. If you want to check out our website, you can do so, tinyurl.com/theallbros. And if you want to check out our merch store, you can definitely do that. We are on tpublic.com/theallbros. Is it channel or just the Allbros?
What our Gmail?
No, on
on
TeePublic.
I forgot the link for TeePublic. If I'm being 100%
No,
honest.
you're good. I just
Dude,
couldn't
I
remember-
haven't posted shit
I'm good.
to
I just couldn't remember if it's...
TeePublic in a long time. Yeah.
Oh, really? Hey, dude, I get it, man. For the shit that you have to go through to do that, I don't blame you. But yeah, next week on the podcast we'll be breaking down the Jennifer Lawrence film No Hard Feelings. Caleb hasn't seen it yet, but I have. Can't wait to talk about this one. It's gonna be a really good time. I'm really excited. So yeah, so you guys can look forward to that. But until next time, this has been the All Bros Podcast.
And
Jonathan,
I'm Caleb.
and we will catch you guys next week. Shalom.
Deuces.